Hi guys, welcome to the SEITOKAI video syllabus. Today we will be talking about white belt syllabus. So everything you need to know to do your belt test from white to yellow or from white to yellow stripe in the case of the junior students under 12 years old. Now, in this video series, we're compressing each of the belt syllabus into one short video, which means that it's not a video made for you to follow in the same rhythm that I am showing the exercises. Take each of the exercises and techniques shown in the video and repeat at your own rhythm. Repeat every time you have the chance to and for as long as you're available to do so. Please remember that if you have any doubts, you can always record a video of yourself performing each of the techniques or exercises that you have the questions for, and just send them to me, submit the videos so that I can watch them and let you know to the best of my abilities how can I help, and some tips for you to practice and make those things better. These are the things I advise you to have during your training. First, put your karate gi on. I know it's secondary and most of us are training at home, but hey, putting your gi on is going to help you to feel motivated and in the right mood for training karate. Secondly, get your water bottle. Make sure that you're hydrated throughout the whole training. And last but not least, make sure to start and finish your training with proper hand sanitizing, especially if you're training at any other place other than your home. White belt kihon, basic technique. There are 8 movements in this syllabus. Start by going down into your kamae, zenkutsudachi, gedan barai. When performing the following punches, make sure your upper body is straight. And when performing the following blocks, make sure your upper body is sideways. Movement number 1, oitsuki jodan, step forwards and punching at the height of your head. Movement number 2, step back, age uke, rising block. Movement number 3, step forwards, oitsuki chudan, punch at the height of your chest. Movement number 4, step back, soto uke, inwards block. Movement number 5, gyakutsuki, counter punch. Movement number 6, uchi uke, outwards block. Movement number 7, change to guard stance, kamae, and perform a front kick, mai geri. Movement number 8, step back, gedan barai, low level sweep. Yame, and relax. When practicing all of these basic techniques, you can divide your training into 3 parts of action. When stepping forwards, the first part will be the explosiveness, pulling the back leg all the way to the middle. Followed by the twist and reach, activating the torsion power, and finishing with the synchronized step and punch. When stepping back, the first part is going to be the quick pull back of the leg, followed by the preparation of the technique, and finishing with a synchronized step and block. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. After you divide the action in these 3 parts, please try to cut back on the pauses between each part until your movement is just one count, one fluid action from beginning to the end. White belt kata, form. Taikyoku shodan. This kata only has one type of block and one type of punch, but we practice them with different types of transitions and movement. First, step to your left, zenkutsudachi, front leg stance, and gedan barai, followed by oitsuki chudan. Next, turn back and to your right side, perform the same sequence, gedan barai and oitsuki chudan. Just like in the basic training, remember to keep your upper body straight when performing the punches and sideways when performing the blocks. The essential part is the movement of the back hip when you are performing the punches and blocks. Next, to the center line, pull again the same leg and arm, gedan barai, followed by 3 punches to the mid-level, oitsuki, chudan. On the third punch, you will do your kiai. When performing the kata fast, kiai will have a sound and a breathing simultaneously, together with the contraction of the abdominal. When performing the movement slow, it should just be a heavier breath, a heavier exhale, still with the contraction of the diaphragm and abdominal part. Next, we turn with the back leg. So pivot on the front foot and block, gedan barai, and oitsuki. Followed by the same sequence, turning to the right and back, gedan barai, and oitsuki. At this point of the kata, we are doing a mirror image of everything we did in the first part of the kata. So, we pull again to the middle and block, gedan barai, followed by 3 punches, chudan, medium level. On the third punch, once again, you perform your kiai. And to finish, on the same line where you started, you pivot, doing your gedan barai and oitsuki, and turn back into the right and execute the same 2 techniques. If this form goes right, you should finish on the same spot where you started. This is the rule of Shotokan Karate. We try in our style, in our ryuha, to begin and end every form in the same spot. So our enbusen, the lines of the kata, have this rule of trying to end in the same place. Good luck with that. Next in the test is kumite, the sparring exercise. Now if you have a sparring partner at home to do this with, you can do it the complete way, where you divide this in 2 parts. One will be doing the one taking initiative and attacking, called tori, and the other one will do the one receiving that initiative, that attack, called uke. To start this exercise, make sure to have a correct distance, a safe distance that we call mahai. This distance means that when you stretch your arms and your partner stretches their arms, the tip of your fingers does not touch each other. Because this is a sparring exercise and we cannot be sure if our partner means us any harm, then, just like every exercise in karate, you bow to each other. Karate always starts and ends with respect, which we show with this rei, this bow. And come to your ready stance, your. Next, you will take your exercise in your sparring distance, which is different from your safe distance. This means that you will stretch your arm and step forwards until your knuckles touch your partner's chest. Okay? That will be the sign that your distance is now correct to start the exercise. When you take that distance, you are standing up and your partner is also standing up. So none of you will move from there. Then you start the exercise stepping backwards into your kamai, which is a gedan barai. This step is fast and must show confidence in what you're about to do. For white belt, the first technique will be an oitsuki jodan. So you announce to your partner the technique you're about to execute. You say oitsuki jodan, and you will step just as you did in the basic training. You will step with your oitsuki to the height of the head. After your partner does his part, then you step back either to yame or to make the exercise more fluid, you just step to the previous position where you were. This saves 1 step, 1 count every time you do the exercise. After that comes the second technique. So you announce to your partner oitsuki chudan. This time you will do the punch to the height of chudan, to the medium region of the body, the chest and stomach. And you step just as you did in your basic technique. After your partner completes his part, then again you step back to where you were or all the way up to yame. After that, you can repeat the same punch so that your partner practices both chudan blocks of the white belt syllabus, or you change to kamai and announce the last movement. That is maigeri chudan, so a mid-level front kick. and you step with your front kick. And after your partner does his part, you step back or to yame. If you step first back, that will allow you to step backwards into yame, which means that you will end with your safe distance once again, instead of face to face very close to your partner. Now that's Tori, the one who takes the initiative and attacks. What about uke? Uke, your partner, or yourself, if you're training by yourself, will be then waiting for the movement in order to react. So, when the first punch comes, the punch was performed with the right hand, and we will mirror that. So instead of blocking with our right hand, we will act as a mirror image, and we will block with the other side. So we step back and block, Ariuke, followed by an immediate counter strike, Gyakutsuki Chudan. It's important that this punch comes right after a successful block. So don't allow this movement to pause there for a long period. Finish your block and follow immediately with a counter strike. This means that not only you protected yourself from the incoming punch, but you took away the initiative from the opponent by punching back with the right timing. And at the same time that your partner steps back, you will step up. Do not start stepping before, because it's dangerous for you. You will be putting yourself in your partner's zone, in your partner's distance, and they can strike again. The next attack was an Oitsuki Chudan, coming to the center of your body. So you will step back and block either your Sotouke or your Uchiuke, followed by an immediate counter strike, just like the first part of the exercise. Repeat coming up at the same time as the opponent goes back, and finally, for the Maegeri, you can perform either the technique you did in your Kihon, so Gerambarai, or the opposite movement to that technique, so Sukuyuke. Personally, I prefer the second one, because when I block the incoming kick, this is going to push my opponent's leg out from the center line, giving me his back, and I feel more in control when I am behind him than when I am in front. It feels like he can just attack again if I block from the inside. Nonetheless, you can practice the technique as you did in your basic technique, so when the Maegeri comes, you can practice your Gerambarai with a slight movement inwards, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult for you to block that incoming kick. And immediately after, follow with the Gyakutsuki, this time Jodan, so to the head. Or, alternative to that, just like I explained, when the kick is coming, you are going to block from the outside. So the hand comes from out to in, under the leg, sweeping the leg to the opposite side, and followed by the Gyakutsuki Jodan. Then, when this finishes, you are both in ready position, and you will bow in sign of respect. And that's the end of your kumite exercise part of the test. Finally, in your syllabus, in SEITOKAI, we have a small written test for each belt grade. Now, this is not a language test, but it's meant to motivate you to remember the basic concepts, the basic words that you learn in classes. So the following are the questions that you will find in your white belt test. First question is, what is the style of Karate-Do that you practice? The right answer is Shotokan. The next question is, who was the founder of modern Karate-Do? The answer will be Gishin Funakoshi, or Sensei Gishin Funakoshi. The third question asks you to name 3 different blocks. As a white belt, you have Ageuke, Sotouke, Uchiuke, Gedanbarai. You have 4, we ask you to remember at least 3. A little tip, remember the word uke. Uke in English can be translated into blocking or receiving. Question number 4 asks you to translate the following into the Japanese words that we use in class. The first one, low level. The second one, medium level. And the third, high level. The right answers would be gedan, chudan, and jodan. Question number 5 is about the name of the kata series of white belt. So that is Taikyoku. So the question is, what does Taikyoku translate to? The right answer will be preparation of the body. And finally, question number 6 is about the numbers in Japanese, 1 through 10. So this you will hear us count every day in class, and you should remember by now. So those will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you can have 7 or 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can find different variations of each word, but these are the basic versions that we use at SEITOKAI during our training. And that's it. This concludes the white belt syllabus. I hope you guys stay active and practice just as if your white belt test was right around the corner. Thank you for watching and see you next video. Os.